Hello and welcome to finally another video on this channel. Today I want to start my playthrough of the DLC of Elden Ring. Originally I wanted to do a Roads Off video series first before I do the playthrough of the DLC, but I usually do this in the Seamless Code mod so that I can use Cheat Engine. The Seamless Code mod currently isn't available for the DLC, so, well, I'm doing the playthrough first because I don't want to wait any longer. So, this is not my first playthrough, obviously. I've played through the DLC already twice, and I'm currently also on my third playthrough with another character. I have a fairly good grasp on, well, how the progression works, how the quests work, and I will guide you through this, how I would do things. Some things might be still not known to me, so keep that in mind. And I'm going to make things as easy as possible for myself, similar to the playthrough that I made on this channel with this character. So I'm using cheesy tactics. You're not here, like, you will not see any skilled gameplay from me. Alright? So this is the character that we've played on the normal playthrough. I've respec'd him a little bit so that I have 25 faith, only 12 arcane, and a lot of strength, and also a bit of endurance, because 60 vigor as usual. And this has some reasons, because first of all, resistances, physical resistance, especially at the beginning of the DLC, I think is very important, because the scaling feels a bit different than the base game. I'm not saying it's bad, because I don't think it is bad, but it's something to get used to. I'm already used to it, but I'm going to lean a bit more into a defensive playstyle and rat tactics, especially for some bosses. What also might happen is that it starts lagging, or at least that I'm starting to lose frames, because seemingly the DLC is not that well optimized. Maybe. Or it's just my hardware that is suffering. Could also be the case. But yeah, you will be warned, or you are warned. Good, we're here currently in the Mogwin Dynasty Mausoleum, right in the boss arena where we fought Moog the last time. Here starts the DLC. In order to gain access to the DLC, you need to kill Moog, and you also need to kill Radahn before you're able to enter this DLC. And this has lore reasons that I'm not going to get into right now. But here now we have an NPC that we can talk to, so let's do that. And by the way, let me know if the audio is good or not. I can turn the in-game audio up and down, I can turn up and down my own volume. I've done some tests, this feels okay. I could go one higher, but I'll leave it at this for now. So let's just start talking to her.
Were you guided here by kindly Miquella? I am Leda, and like you, I was guided by faith along his honorable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Miquella the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Miquella's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid. Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Alright. This is Leda, one of the key characters in this DLC, or key NPCs, at least to the NPC storylines that we have. And yeah, let's just enter the DLC. Very easy. Touch the arm. And we're not actually touching it. Okay, time for the DLC for the 4th time now. And we're here. If we open the map, we have a small rectangle over here and we're in the middle of nowhere. Don't know where we are. Man, I just hope, like, on my second playthrough, I had to 90% of the time foggy or rainy weather. And I hope that is not the case here, because fog always looks like shit. And rain, let's say the frames aren't that good during the rain. And I'm hoping I'm not losing any frames here anytime soon. But this is where we are. We can see a lot of stuff, as usual. And everything that we can see, we can go to at some point. Isn't that amazing? And of course it's raining, and it's slightly foggy, as usual, with my luck. Isn't it great? Let's see if this can be fought. Oh no, it's foggy. Wow. Isn't that a great start? Maybe I should up the sounds a bit, like that. Great. First thing that we should do is grab the map so we can actually gauge where we are. We can see this arch over here. On top of that is a fairly strong enemy. We might not want to fight the curse blade on top of that. You can actually farm the armor and the weapon of that enemy, but later on there is probably a better spot for that. So, here we have the map. I teleport back to the side of grace here, and I'm trying my luck once again, changing the daytime in the hopes that... oh, it's raining again. I hate it. I hate it so much. I mean, this is probably not working in any way, shape or form, right? At least it stopped raining. But now the fog comes out again a bit. Okay, but now we can have a look at the map. At least at a part of the map. So, the first thing that I would like to do is... eventually we want to go over here. Then we also want to go over here. We want to go over to this part. And then we go from there. At the sides are also some interesting things, especially from this point to this point. There are interesting things on the side. On this side, not so much. I think there's something somewhere over here, maybe, or along this side, but let's start with the forest to our right. Why not, right? Equipped, I have the Sacred Great Star. I could, and I probably should revert that. I don't need the holy version right now. So I will probably keep the Ash of War on it. Let's see, is there anything better? There might be, but I like Prayerful Strike, but Heavy should be best, right? Looks like it. So, now I can buff it with Blood Flame. I'm going with a Strength build right now because the Fingerprint Stone Shield. This is one tactic that I'm going to use to cheese certain things. Of course, in combination with the good old... where is it? With the good old Anspur Rapier. Just not infused with lightning, but with bleed. Eventually. Oh, maybe with poison. I haven't decided yet. But also because great weapons or big, heavy, chunky weapons are good for certain encounters here. So be ready for that. And don't get jump scared. These birds here that are on top of these coffins, whatever these things are, they will scream. They will scream. And there are quite a few here. And the first time, like the first few bird screams jump scared me like crazy. Because you're not expecting this. This wasn't in the base game, right? Screaming birds. There's also an NPC wandering through these woods, and this is my guess. That's the reason why they're screaming birds, so that he's getting attracted by the sound. It's just a guess, might not be the truth, but... oh, there he is. I'm not ready, dude. So, let's start with Golden Vow. Where is he? Oh, over there. It's quite quick, that dude. Oh, he is quite good. Logur. And just bonk him. That's why I wanted to have a big weapon. So then we can trade like that. And we trade to regain some stamina. They always have one flask to zip on. Now he's empty. But I'm not. Ah, shit. Oh, he decided to not combo correctly. Oh, now he did. As you can see, they deal a fairly good amount of damage, especially if they get in a few hits or a few combos. And that's what many people don't like about the DLC. It's because of the huge damage spike all of a sudden. Even if you have a completely over-leveled character, you're still taking a good amount of damage, or a surprisingly high amount of damage. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think that's that's something you need to get used to first. And you need to learn how to deal with it. Either by quote-unquote getting good, or just by using a few more tools than usual. Now we're on the road. Here we have a few of these normal enemies, and what I really like about the DLC is that there are plentiful upgrade material drops. That's an amazing thing. Should be honestly in the base game. Alright, by the way, what I'm also using is... Hey, where is it? That's not the one that I wanted to use. This one. We currently have the Raikat's Great Rune equipped, restores HP upon defeating enemies. And then also take as cameo, and these stack. So if I take some damage and kill an enemy, or an enemy dies, I don't need to kill them, they just need to die. I'm getting back some of the health, so let's take some damage. And see how much I heal. And you can exaggerate this. So let's, for example, for a second, let's get rid of the buckler. Oh, no, I don't want to get rid of the buckler. Let's get rid of... I can't. Now let's get rid of the buckler. It is the buckler now. And... where is it? Curved swords. There, Serpent God's Curved Sword. It's not upgraded, but it doesn't need to be. Just have it on your side, for example. Yeah, and I'm heavy right now. But this will allow you to regain even more HP. And this is something that I went with in my first few playthroughs, or first 2 playthroughs. So, over here we have a nice and small Church of America, I think. With a Black Knight inside. Let's use some buffs. And yes, this buff applied. There's just no sound and effect. Hello, Mr. Black Knight. Do you mind coming out of there? So that I'm not alerting your friends. What? Oh, I'm still heavy. Ooh. It's not good. Ah, that's better. Ah, that's delayed. Come on. What is going on? Why is he missing with that swing? Hello. Do you want to? Not with your shield. Ah, shit. I always want to parry them. Ooh. Alright, let's not do that. Ace Spear is still amazing. And we got the Black Steel Great Hammer. So let's have a look at that thing. Alright, the new feature. If we look at inventory, we now have a recent item tabs. Recent items tab. Where is it here? In these options, mark new item and show recent items tab. We can turn them on and off. I really like the mark new items thing, very useful for the DLC especially, if there are a bunch of new items that are getting sorted in your inventory. Show recent items tab is also amazing, but I kinda wish this wouldn't be the first tab you're landing on. I still wish that the tools tab would be the first one. Because if you quickly want to use a tool, like a neutralizing boluses or something else, then you have to switch tabs now. But it's there and it's nice. Here with the Black Steel Great Hammer, and that's a fairly special hammer. Weapon of the Black Knights, Servants of Mesmer the Impaler, Great Hammer of Black Steel with decorative embellishments in gold. Blessed with an Erdtree incantation. Further holy imbuement will amplify the effect and greatly increase the armament's power. Guard counters cause a burst of power. So this one actually becomes stronger when it's imbued with a specific element or damage type. And it also has a special guard counter, which is amazing. And we can actually use it. I'm not going to right now. Actually, why not? That's a fucking lie. I'm going to use it. Where is it? There. Should be too heavy right now again. Yeah, let's just get rid of this one. Like that. Okay. There we got our hammer. Hey you. Wakey wakey. Whoop. It's dealing no damage. I can't block with this thing. Here's the special guard counter. Yeah, but that's it. And as you can see how much damage they deal, that's quite something, right? If you're not prepared for that. But it's only getting better. I mean, it is getting better. This is... like, they're quite hard. But we have the Erdtree fragments. There are 50 or 94... no, not 94, 49. 50 or 49 or so that you can collect, and you can upgrade your character with that. And while you're in the... well, I'll show you once I'm resting at the site of grace. Does it sound good? I think so. Let's switch from the hammer to the Great Star again. Ah, of course. Ooh. Kind of feels so slow. We got a Blessing of America here, which is basically, if you've played the previous games, this is a divine blessing. So you can see, completely restores HP and heals all ailments or debuffs. A special physique blessed by America, the Queen of the Erdtree. America once created several of these physiques for Mesmer's sake, but never again. Great. I guess. We can also summon the Mimic Tea here, or any other summon, but I think that's not necessary. If you're playing the DLC and you want to have everything, just FYI, so you need 2 playthroughs to gain access to every single item. Especially the quest items and so on. But you need only 2 playthroughs. Even with the... I'm spoiling a bit, but you can't make much sense out of it, so I think it's fine. Even with the quote-unquote assassination quests. Oh. Yeah, just sit there. Just don't care. I was sleeping. Wakey, wakey. Oh. And it turned into a backstab, great. But there are quite a few upgrade materials here, which is nice. We already got 2 armor pieces of the Mesmer soldier armor. Armor worn by soldiers who served Mesmer the Impaler. A ragged cloak is draped over rusted mail. Though the chest piece features a Erdtree motif, gold has been used for its engraving, a small consolation to those forced to wage a war without grace or honor. And whatever. We also got fire coil over. I'm not reading every single item. I'm sorry, but I don't like that. Just some interesting or potentially interesting things. Like, everything is potentially interesting, I know, but not every single consumable upgrade material, whatever. If I feel like it. Still gonna do it with major weapons and so on. That should be obvious. And please point out if I'm missing anything major. Like, no, around the corner there is there's a rune that you can that you can pick up. No, nothing like that. But hey, there's a weapon that you've missed, or a fairly particular good item or important item. Like, consumables aren't that important. At least not most of them. Or you've missed that grace or something. For some reason I feel like there should be a grace over here, but it makes no sense that there is. I mean, there shouldn't be, but I always have the feeling that there should be one. But man, the graces in this game, especially in this DLC, are wild sometimes. And yeah, I'm losing frames already. Ugh. Unfortunate. I can turn down the graphic settings, but that's hardly going to do anything. What would help is bumping up the frame limit to something like 70 or 80. Because spikes are always going to happen, but when I could bump up the frame rate cap to something like 80, then it's dropping down to 60 or so. and it's not going to be, it's not noticeable. Right, here we want to get rid of this pot dude. The dude holding the pot over his head. Because he will drop, not that, the Erdtree fragment that you saw there on the sidebar. These are your new crystal lizards. Or fairly similar. Hello? Why was there no running it? Holy shit. Ah, come on. I don't mind trading, but I mind missing. Alright, but as you can see, lifesteal for the win. Taking a bunch of damage here, but I'm regenerating everything. Doesn't matter. Regain these HP. Vampire for the win. Vampire build. Man, I'm kinda happy that this sword is still so strong. Especially with ice in infusion, even though I don't have any points in intelligence. But as you can see, the scaling is, I mean, it's a B scaling on intelligence. I can try. What was that? He fell down a minor cliff. I'm going to try to fight this one. I haven't really figured out the way they work. I mean, I have a basic understanding of how they work, but like this thing back there is a furnace golem, and there are two versions. There's the cave. There are two versions of the furnace golem. One with or one like this, and one with reinforced legs. And there are different methods of killing them. Arguably the one with the ones with the reinforced legs are technically easier, but also harder at the same time. I know it's confusing, but it will make sense in the end. Okay, I'm making myself ready for the furnace golem, or at least I'm trying somewhat. Do I have a one-handed weapon that is quite light? Not the Ansper rapier. I don't think I can. I don't want to be over encumbered. That's the thing. Let's get some fire resistance in here. I'm still too heavy with the halberd. There's a dog barking at me. Come on, hit the dog, please. Thank you. How much am I over the limit? I wish we had a percentage we can work with. Could just wear something else, but man, I need some fire resistance, that's for sure. This is lighter. Where's... No, that is not lighter. And oh no, that is. Okay, never mind. That's still too heavy. Still too heavy without helmet. Okay, I need to lose some weight, I guess. Can I lose this? He's not dealing any physical damage, right? So let's put on that one. That's unfortunate. Let's see if this cool looking set does anything. No, not Vagabond. Where is it? Okay, it's moving there, but... Raging Wolf. Can I put on a helmet? I can. Let's put on a Raging Wolf helmet. Good. I'm always using the shield for that. For a specific reason. There's the side of grace, but let me first upgrade my character with the Erdtree fragments, because now we have the Shadow Realm blessings over here, and we can upgrade our character. The Erdtree blessings go up to +20 or up to 20, and the Revered Spirit Ash blessings, which boosts Torrents, HP and defense question mark, and the Spirit Summons. Oh, okay, right. So that's what do I want to slap on again? I also want some... Wait, I got Shield Bash, I don't need Shield Bash. Going with no skill right now. I could go with... Oh, let's go with Fire. And then... Well, I don't need any fire resistance. Alright, if there's no bullshit, I should survive this fairly easily. If there is no bullshit. I'm going to use Mimic Tear to hopefully speed things up. And let's give the Mimic Tear no shield. That sees me. Now I can summon, okay. Let's first of all get close. I like to do this on foot. Now I have time to summon. Okay, when they're stomping, you just need to jump over it. Fairly simple. I have the shield for another reason. Okay. This might take a while. Okay. Stagger number 1. Show me the other leg as well, please. I want to know when I need to jump. Stagger number 2, good. One more stagger, and then we can do the critical. This is why I want the shield. You can run away from it, and then... Ah, he grabbed my Mimic Tear. Well, I have time to buff now. You can run away and jump in at the right time, but it's easier to just block this attack. And I'm losing so many frames during that move. Okay. Yeah, the Mimic Tear is not really helpful. Oh shit. I mistimed the jump there. Couldn't really see the lag. Please let me know if there is an easier way of doing this here. Because it takes... I'm not getting this crit. Great. This is so shit. Like, am I even dealing damage? Like, he's standing up eventually, but holy fuck. Like... I mean, as you can see, you have a lot of time. Let's just drink that. Mimic Tear is dead, to be expected at some point. would be nice if we could move away from this stupid way, path, whatever. Oh, didn't see that one coming. I hate it. I hate it so much. And it's not even fun to fight this one. Like, I'm having no fun right now. I just blocked it. I can't block it right because he's stomping on me. Because he's spinning on the spot. Come on, can I lure you over here, you big dumb idiot? Come on. Like, I've beaten him half-life by just hitting the legs. And now he won't come, right? He won't come over here because he likes his ranged attacks. Oh my god. Like, what? I feel like this is very bad design. I like the concept, but I don't even know if the legs, oh, he's oriented wrong direction, you idiot. If he falls down at some point, I don't want him to fall again in a way that I can't crit. Now I should be able to. Finally, holy shit, this should seal the deal. I hope. Yeah. So you can see no big problem, just feels like a big waste of time. There's another way of beating them. You can, if you have the right cookbook, you can throw a hefty furnace pot, or on that matter, do fire damage into their funnel, right? Throw some fire shit in there from above. Kind of hard to do if there is no ledge or something. And potentially, maybe you can climb on, like, maybe you can get his attention, climb up that on that building here, and then throw shit in there. But it's not a fun enemy to fight, especially not the ones with the other. I can't even talk anymore. This just drained me. What do I want to say? Especially the one with the armored legs. They're arguably more tolerable because they always have a ledge near them, so that you can throw something into the fire from above. But still, they spam constantly their fire eruption attack, which is just bullshit. Any enemy that spams ranged attacks is annoying to me. What also I'm not a fan of, I must say, in this DLC is that these cheap enemies have no texture. Yeah, they're probably supposed to be some kind of ghostly human or burn, whatever. Still looks like shit. Doesn't matter what they're supposed to be, like the these are the killed ghosts of those who were burned by Mesmer's flame. Yeah, it still doesn't look good. Like, that's the thing. They look stupid. Huh? Oh, there's one's throwing stones. It's like, who did my mimic tier attack there? But overall, it's a fun DLC. Of course, there are some things that are not that much fun. But overall, it's a positive experience, especially if you care about lore and well-told stories. And I mean, the majority of gameplay isn't bad either, right? So the majority is still a solid, good old solid Souls-like formula that we know and love. Is it getting dark again? It's evening, yeah. Right, then I can show you I think the only night mechanic that exists in the game. I hope it's the only one. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but well, I will show you after these ruins. Is it just me, or is the light of this lantern very hard to look at? Like, the contrast feels just wrong. Like, the lighting, the very, very almost too warm lighting of the hip lantern compared to the bluish tint that we have all over the game. Feels a bit off to me. Good idea, Mr. Mimic tier. Like, I don't even know why I have Dragon Eyes in here. Like, Rotten Breath makes sense, I feel like, because Scarlet Rot is always good, but why the Dragon Eyes? I mean, I have the Frosty Halberd over here. Oh well, we can, by the way, get on top of this building. It's completely pointless, but we can. Isn't that nice? Whoa, 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 whoa. Torrent, please. Stop when I'm no longer using the left stick. Please don't move anymore. Blade of Mercy, which is a talisman. It's not a weapon from Bloodborne. A thin, bloodstained dagger, no longer fit for use. Raises attack power after each critical hit. Hornsent employed this to honorably... What? Hornsent employed this to honorably end... Oh my god, I can't read. Hornsent employed this to honorably end the suffering of a compatriot. After claiming numerous lives, the dagger is now broken, but has acquired a spectral aura. Holy shit, that was something. Reading ability lost. Alright, let's grab this thing. More black pyre butterflies. Why not just put the butterflies in the air like you... I missed the item up there. Let's do it again. Can I jump up there with Torrent somehow? I'd probably... Get out of my way. Okay, I can stand here. Ah! Please, Torrent, cooperate. This might work. Nice. Hooray, mushrooms. Not going to read the item description of these mushrooms. Okay, should be night now, is it? It is. You can see this turquoise glow over there, turquoise bluish glow. That's the new night mechanic. If you go there by day, there is nothing. But if you go there by night, there is a lava tier. And they look kind of different than the ones that we have in the lands between, if I remember correctly. What is it? Is it a key item? Or upgrade item? No. It's probably a key one, right? Right? There. Well, that's a different one. Oh, cool. An exceptionally rare creature that forges from spirit graves and lives only a fleeting existence. Neither flesh nor spirit, but something in between. Material required by the Ember Egg, cradled by the Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, to rebirth people anew. Being born anew allows the reallocation of attributes boosted by leveling up. And yeah, only the first text is different. But yeah, to my knowledge, this is the only thing that changes. Might be wrong though. Please let me know if there are any special enemies by night. What is there to do? And I know. I wanted to... I'm in combat. Here we have a new bird type enemy. Deaf birds. But not the unbearable ones. But the bearable ones. Aren't they cute? And they count as undead, by the way. So if you have... They're particularly weak to holy damage, I think. But on top of that, stuff like... I don't know what the incantation and stuff are called, like shared order or something, like the buff that you get from... like Last Rite or whatever it's called, from the one sword that belonged to Miquella, whatever. Whatever. That buff that deals more damage to undead works on them as well. And they drop upgrade materials. Kinda goofy looking, that's fun. So this is a boss fight. If you see one of these mausoleums over here, I think there are 4 in total, or maybe 5, I don't know. But there's always a boss inside. Always a boss inside, and I think you can't summon the Mimic here and there, but you can summon other people. Which is kinda weird that you can do the one thing but not the other, but it doesn't matter. Let's completely buff up. I don't know what stacks and what doesn't, but... I might die here, it doesn't matter though. No. This is why I like big weapons. Especially for these PvP fights. Yeah, one zippy. Can you bleed for once? Thank you. Aw. Might want to heal here. Because if I'm getting hit by that, it might hurt. Oh, you're empty. I'm not. My buffs wore off. At least some of them. Might want to end this fairly quickly. Kind of want to try out the halberd, but also at the same time I don't. Ah, shit. Oh, no follow-up. That's good for me. That would have been my end, I think. Nice. Black Jail Knight. First boss down. No cheese detected. Now we get this awesome looking armor set. I really like this one. This is one of my favorite armor sets of the new DLC. Sadly, it's heavy as fuck, but maybe, just maybe, I can still use it when I am getting rid of one of these weapons in my inventory. Let's have a look. And honestly, I'm not going to parry anything here. Still too heavy, even with the buckler. Okay. What if I use both? Oh, this works. This works. Just barely. Maybe I can take off the helmet at some point, but this halberd weighs 8 units and the hammer weighs 10. Yeah, it's already too heavy. Yeah, I might wanna invest in some what's it called? And some more endurance. Goal is I'm going to level up this character a bit more. I think the goal is 40 endurance or so, and maybe a bit more dexterity. So isn't this beautiful? You can't see shit by night. This is why I don't really like the night. But the next goal is over here at this crossing, very close to the crossing. That's our next goal. So let's just go there. And I haven't shown you the. I'm going to read the armor and so on in a short time, and the weapon that I've picked up as well. Be careful when the birds are flying and you're on torrent. When they hit you with one of their attacks, what might happen is that they just outright combo you until you fly off of torrent. So be careful when they're flying and you're on torrent. There are also versions that can cast spells or Spear of Fire. On top of that, Ghost Flame. But you will note it's foggy again. Good weather is very hard to find here. Okay, before I talk to these NPCs, I guess the fog is slowly lifting itself. Let's read some item descriptions. First of all, the Armor of Solitude. Steel chest armor of the Knights of the Solitary Jail. Part of a heavy armor set that covers the whole body in overlapping plates of steel and bedecked with a black cloak. The nameless mausoleums of the realm of shadow are said to hold the spirits of warriors who lost their names in their hearts. Okay. Now we get this weapon. I should have a look over here. Steel greatsword wielded by the Knight of the Solitary Jail. Through a secret rite, they relinquished their hearts for heightened battle prowess. Next, they engraved their blade with 2 crests, one depicting the light of birth and the other solitude. Quite the edgy one. Stupid lore. What do we have here? Young shoot heavy with imperial blood. Material used to craft items, exceedingly rare to find, said to burgeon forth from where the golden blood of Mikola, the wounded Empyrean, ruled. Yeah. What else? There are these weapons. Backhand blade. Curved blades wielded with a backhand grip. A type of weapon wielded by horned scent for generations. The style of combat associated with this weapon is marked by spinning slashes and gouging thrust attacks. We also get the deflecting heart tier from the furnace golem. A crystal tier formed slowly over ages, where the scattered sap of the Scadutree pools deep within the furnace golems. Can be mixed, blah blah blah. Damage negation and guard poise will be heightened the moment immediately after assuming a guarding stance. Successfully executing a spontaneous guard will also strengthen guard counters. That's like a Sekiro-esque kind of thing. We have to perfectly block. We also get the great Potentate's Cookbook, which gives hefty fire pots, which is nice. I'm not reading that. You can read it for yourself if you want. Pause the video. We also have the Furnace of Visage over here. I don't know if this thing fits in our pockets, but this is the thing, I think, where we stepped, where we plunged our weapon into with the critical attack. But okay, finally, let's talk to these two NPCs. Over there we have Hornsend, who is a Hornsend. That's not his name, that's his title, so to speak. And we have Freya over here. Let's talk to her first.
Ah, Lady Leda spoke of you. You're that tarnished. Guided here by kindly Mikola. Won't we all? I am Freya. I once fought alongside General Radahn. In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own. Oh, another thing. Did you speak to our dour little friend? If you've yet to do so, have him give you a map of the Cross's whereabouts. You'll find more of them dotted about these lands. They are Mikola the Kind's footprints. If you've yet to do so, assuming you intend to trace Kind Mikola's path.
Oops. Okay. When we click on these things here, touch cross, carved words coalesce. I abandoned here the first of the flesh of my body. Okay. And then we have a Hornsend over here.
Fie, another. Treading the heels of Mikola. Then, as that woman would surely say, we are in our purposes well aligned. But understand, your kind are not forgiven. The Erdtree is my people's enemy. By Marika long betrayed, set aflame. I believe Mikola's apologies when he says our delivery will come, but never will I see your kind as worthy. And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Mikola it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Mikola. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me. I urge you, as long as you...
So the charm of Mikola is quite strong in them, as you can see right now. They're actively being charmed. It's not hidden. They know that they are being charmed. But it's fine, because they're charmed, right? Definitely the strongest ability of all of them. Simple map drafted by a Hornsend, marked with the locations of golden crosses. These crosses indicate Mikola's footprints. It's kind of hard to see where these are. No, I can't make it bigger. That's as big of a picture as we can get, unfortunately. But we can see slightly a bridge, then the middle cross on the map should be this one where we are at right now. And then there is one at Balurat, whatever, and one on in Castle Ences. I think these are the ones that are marked. Weapons, right. Let's go over the weapons that we found. Not reading though, but having a look at the moveset. Let's start with the Great Sword of Solitude. Fairly standard Greatsword moveset. Pretty cool looking. Doesn't look too big in my opinion. It's fairly short, but I think like compared to other greatswords, that is. Never mind, not compared to any greatswords, compared to any ultra greatswords. But now the Ash of War. Kind of looks like vacuum slice, right? The Ash of War that I might or might not have in my inventory. there, vacuum slice. Kinda looks very similar to that. But it has a follow-up with the heavy attack. We're doing the slash. Cool, right? I mean, it's a cool weapon. Then we have, where is it? A new weapon category, which are backhand blades, which looks completely stupid. This is not a viable grip whatsoever, and it looks very goofy. But the weapon itself is cool, the moveset is amazing. Especially the sprinting attack I really like, because it's like drive by and you can... It looks so fluently if you keep running after this. Looks amazing. Running heavy, jumping light, jumping heavy. Is this even... yeah, it's one, okay. One-handed moveset. Don't know why you would use this one-handed, two-handed is much cooler. And then of course the Ash of War. If you remember Blind Spot from Dark Souls 3, in Dark Souls 3 it was like... it was okay, but nothing special really. But here... let's get an enemy in front of us. This goat will do. If you just press it, you're doing it from the left side. But if you're walking actively to the right side or press it in the right, like, you can also do it this way. Which is pretty sick. But it's there, of course, to bypass enemies' defense and attack them from the side. Where's my trusty halberd? I need to get rid of all these multiple weapons. But yeah, this is part 1. No, I'm gonna keep going just a little bit, because we're going through this gate next, gaining access or meeting the next compatriots of ours. The interesting part is they think that the player is charmed, but the player is not charmed by Miquella. We haven't even met him, right? All of these NPCs that got charmed by Miquella met Miquella at some point, but we haven't. But they think they think we are charmed. Now to the arguably more wholesome characters, or more interesting characters in my opinion. Another Erdtree fragment. Let's read this. Carved words coreless. Eben, here a part of the flesh of my body. So more flesh of the body. Let's talk to this dude first.
You must be the Tarnished. I am Ansbach. Formerly in service to Lord Moog, but now, like you, another soul guided by kindly Miquella. I'm hardly the steady hand I once was. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation, to discern tender Miquella's ultimate purpose. I'd rather not volunteer service to a new master unless I know that I can be of use.
Sounds kinda wrong calling him tender Miquella. Blech. Sounds kinda creepy to me. Or maybe it's not, but it just sounds weird.
May I request a service of you? 6 crosses identical to this one have been discovered in these lands. They are akin to tender Miquella's footprints, or gravestones, which mark what he's left behind. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Miquella is doing here. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Miquella is doing here.
Alright. Now let's talk to the most wholesome character, I guess.
Hello there. Together, we work. Together. for Mikola the Kind. Many things we have found.
He's a merchant. Let's buy some stuff of him. For example, the sealed Spirit Springs note. And some rune arcs. And the rest of these things as well. Because they're quite good buff food. And let's just buy the inventory empty because he's just a nice person. And arrows are always nice. Not these though. Don't care about these. Let's talk to more.
I like finding things for you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the forager brute. Things bring joy to all. I like for you things. Goodbye.
Aww.
If you discover any more, be certain to. I presume you just what.
Yeah. At some point we can talk to him about more, but not now. Okay, so this is probably the first episode. We're running already an hour, so I might do a cut here. What will we do next? Because there is Belurat over here, the first half, not the Ilim irgendwas, I don't know. I don't know what Ilim... I have no idea, it's such a weird name. But I think we're doing this part next, definitely. This part over here. Like the stuff that is on the cliff, we can reach this area by going through here. And then we will have a look at Belurat, aka Stormwind Castle, or Stormvale Castle. Because it kind of reminds me of Stormvale Castle. It's fairly similar in how it's been built, right? We have this bridge part over here, where in the base game, or at Stormvale Castle, we fought like Margit. Let's switch to the map. Right, where is it there? Like it's this part, very similar to that one. And then the overall shape is not that close, but it kind of reminds me of that. And it's the first legacy dungeon we will go through. It's a fun one. But yeah, that's part of the next episode. I hope you had fun. And I hope you're also excited. Even though I've played through this game already twice now, I'm still excited playing it. But yeah. I hope you had fun. I hope it was informative so far. And I see you on the next one. Goodbye.